they kind of pushed me to speak because they didn't want to talk. I think our mayor pretty much covered a history of Delano, how it came about, and up to the point that we are now, how successful we have been. I can share with you some personal history. My family, my parents, my brothers and sisters, we lived on Fremont Street. At that time, they were just building the freeway. So as a kindergarten student that attended Ellington School, which was where our community center is right now, we used to get dressed, cleaned up, and sent to school. My cousins, my brothers, my sisters, and we'd all go as a bunch. And you didn't worry at that time because, of course, there were so many of us. Nowadays, they call us a gang, but there was probably about 7 of us that would walk to school. Well, we didn't really want to go all the way around to where we should. So we would kind of roll down the sides of the freeway that was nothing but dirt at the time because it was just being built. And then we'd climb up the other side and, of course, get to school dirtier than heck, but it was shorter than going all the way around. But these are memories that I think not just I, but many of you have from living in Delano. Delano is a city with the pulse of a very, very big heart. And it always shows either when we're celebrating something or when we're helping someone in need. So really 100 years of a heart that keeps growing and growing is what we're looking at. You're here, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna enjoy everything, but I think an important part is to share whatever memory you have, either with those around you or with your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, because our city continues to live and be remembered with those memories. Records are made, but there's nothing like hearing from your parents or your grandparents or your great-grandparents about what happened in a school they attended, what happened in the fields that they worked at, what happened in the home they lived in. Some of the older homes have been replaced, but many of you, I'm sure, drive by and say, hey, my tata used to live there. My grandma lived here. I mean, those are memories. And that's what makes up 100 years. Memories continue because no matter what happens to us, in 100 years, when we're 200 years old, this particular city and the heart it has will remember the first 100 years. So I think each and every one of you should always pick up your head and have the pride to say, yeah, I'm from Delano, one of the best cities in Kern County. Thank you.
My name's Reuben Hill. Most of you know I don't like to talk. Doesn't matter. But I had to get up and say this because my granddaughter asked me the other day. I told her I was coming to celebrate the 100th anniversary. And she said, well, how long have you been in Delano? And I told her 75 years. And she goes, well, you were almost here when Delano was made. No, it was incorporated, So, yes, I have been here a long time. Yes, it is international community. And I've just been happy to spend my life here, raise my children, and a lot of my grandchildren. So, have a good celebration.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd just like to welcome everyone for 100 years and hopefully to see everyone the next 100 years. In regards to myself, being born and raised in Delano, my family actually came from Mexico. My father was able to come 19 on May 5th. So that was when my family was able to come to this beautiful place and being educated in this community, being raised in this community, as how culturally diverse we are. I don't believe there is any other city like the city of Delano. That's why you see so many people from all walks of life, from all over the world, coming together in unity and hopefully getting ready to celebrate the next 100 years. So, City of Delano, happy 100. Thank you.
Thank you. I've already had something to say already, but I'm going to just make this really short. It's been such an honor for me to serve on the Centennial Committee, and the wonderful people that have been part of this celebration are helping to make this celebration happen. And how grateful we are, to them for their dedication, their hard work, and all the time that they've taken to make the celebration happen. Like I said, it's been an honor to work with all of them, and continue to stay here because there's plenty more happening tonight. We have fireworks for you, and we're going to party, the rest of the day. But thank you, all of you. We have some wonderful people in Delano, caring people who care about our community, and we're grateful, for all of you for your part and your participation in this community. Thank you.
And also here today, City Manager Mary Bell Reyna. Can you introduce us to the rest of our city representatives here?
Thank you. It is my honor to serve as your city manager. The city of Delano, boy, we look good for 100 years old. And we are only going to get better the next 100 years. So it is something that does not come easy. It does not certainly happen overnight. And it doesn't happen without a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication. And I will tell you, it is my privilege to work at the pleasure of a very strong and united city council, but it is a blessing for me to work with such amazing people, which is the staff at the city of Delano. So with that, let me just say that they work tirelessly for you, that they are truly dedicated people, and they work for the best interest of the city. Let me introduce City Engineer and Public Works Director, Roman Dowling. We also have, of course, Chief of Police, Mark DeRoja. We also have Chief of Corrections, Ed Coleman. We have Finance Director, Rosa Rios. And HR Director and Transit is Naomi Zamudio. These are the folks that work for you day in and day out, long and hard hours, and truly it is a blessing for me to have you as my staff. Thank you. Also, we have Sumit Bath. She is our recreation manager. She's out there somewhere. Sumit Bath.